My name is Andrea. I'm an artist in residence through LCI in Concord. I hope I'm finding you and your family safe and well during this time. I just want to take a couple minutes to demonstrate some artistic techniques that combine with some fairly accessible art materials. You can hopefully join along and find a little comfort and joy in that creative process. So in this case, I'm just going to be working kind of on a loose strip through here, and I'm going to be putting down a quick wet wash first. That's why I like a bigger moppier brush in this. So I'm just going to work from here almost one side to the other. I like to leave some whites on the edges, as many of you have known. So you see me doing a mop technique. I am not doing a pet technique where I pick it up. I'm using a good portion of the side of that brush just as much as the end, working from here to there. Now I want to give you a visual. I'm transitioning, say, from like a yellow into a blue. So we know what's going to happen in here. We're going to get a nice green that's going to transition. I want to pick the lighter color first, which is always going to be yellow in this case. And so here's the gradated portion of it. I'm going to encourage you, please turn this in whatever angle feels more comfortable. So for some people it might be that you're turning it so that it is working top to bottom. I tend to do that, which might be a little sideways for you in this case, but I think it lends itself nicely. Others might like to work left to right if you are right-handed, or vice versa if you're left. So see how I'm still working across that water? That's there. It's going to keep these streaks softer so that when I do come back and forth and I overlap it, you won't, those darker streaks will subside. Now because it's yellow and it's going to be so light in this fight, I'm going to transition it quite a ways. Now my water goes all the way down to this area, so don't feel like it has to go all the way down there. Now you will notice if I feel like it needs more paint, if I feel like it needs more color, that I'm not going to all of a sudden pick up a yellow and add it right where it needs it. I need to go back to the beginning. That's where my thickest color is applied, and work it down into here until it fades. Now I'm going to let that dry completely so that when I go to do the additional color, the glaze that's going to go over it, it's not going to be so inclined to pull up that yellow. Rather, it's just going to apply on top of it. So we will let this dry. So again, I'm going to transition this however you feel most comfortable. I tend to like to do a top to bottom motion with it if it's a left to right, however that works for you. Now I'm going to be using blue, noting again that blue is 100% darker and more potent than the yellow, so that is going to take a little bit for that to transition out. So I'm probably not going to be as quick to add as much paint to the blue. I know I can always add a little bit more if needed. So I'm going to work right at the top here above the lightest portion of my yellow. I'm still doing this back and forth mopping that almost seems overlapping, and now it's going to come down in here into this yellow. We're going to see the glazing start to take into play. It's important that I continue this motion, this back and forth. And you'll see obviously it's going to start to transition into, say, a green. Now again, if I didn't let this dry up a little bit, what it's just going to start to do is drag the yellow with it and put some darker piles further down rather than apply over top of it. So sometimes it takes a little bit of playtime to figure out what that transition is and how long that time should be. So if I want that to be a little bit more potent, I'm going to go back up here at the top. You'll see me grab a little bit more paint, maybe just work a little quicker, faster, let that run out. And continue to play. Now you could see this taken even to another level. So this would be, say, one section of your rainbow. You've got your yellow, green, blue. And now if you wanted, say, to apply an orange that comes into the yellow, yellow was still done first because it is lighter. But now I could think about this idea of pulling my yellow out. All it would take is a little bit of water if this paper were longer, and I could transition this yellow out just a little bit more and then pull an orange into that, making certain to still leave a little bit of yellow untouched. So this is how you're going to get these kind of gradated movements between there. That doesn't mean that I can't come in here and apply a green to it, but I think it makes for a much smoother, more appealing transition where your colors are mixing and making, and it seems a little bit more believable. So there's your little section of the rainbow. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can put it to use into something creative in your life. Take care now.
Thanks for watching. For more information, visit us online, send us an email, or give us a call. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when new videos are released. And most of all, be well.